Peace, family. Peace. Peace, family. Peace, peace. Yo, fam, come on in, man. I wanna talk about some stuff that I actually witnessed this weekend at Speaker's Corner. Just my little breakdown of what I think is actually going on. Michael Allen, what's up? Um, yeah, I'm gonna give my breakdown on what I think's going on, or what I saw go on, okay, at Speaker's Corner and what's been going on there for a while. Because I think certain things need to kind of be looked at in context, need to be broken down and exposed for what they are. Now, I saw, let's just say, Big Bro in the building was good. Um, Now, I watched the video of whether you guys knocked it or what, or sorry, watched it or not. Um, Callum and Mohammed Taweed, right? And I watched the video, and it was discussed yesterday, and I kind of come to the conclusion of this. Mohammed Taweed, as erratic and emotional as he is, felt that he could tell another black man, he could stand in another black man's face and tell this black man that he's not, that he, as a white man, is blacker than the black man. And he's blacker than and his shirt is blacker than Callum. Now, when a white person says that to a black person, right, they've already got a preconceived notion in their head of what they think blackness is. So I would want to know how and why a white dude, Mohammed Taweed, thought he could stand in another black man's face and tell him that basically he doesn't fit his description of what it is to be black. I don't know what Mohammed Taweed's envision in his head of what blackness is, but he thought in his head, Callum doesn't match what blackness is. But who the is he to tell another black man that he's not black enough? This is what I don't understand. I don't understand. I would never stand in a Chinese man's face, whether I spoke Chinese, had a Chinese woman, mixed Chinese children, grew up in China. I wouldn't tell another Chinese man, you know what? I'm more Chinese than you, or someone else as more, because I'm not in that position. What arrogance and what ego and what superiority complex must I have to tell another man of another race that he's not Japanese enough, Chinese enough, white enough, Samoan enough, Indian enough? Who am I? What criteria do I now hold in my head for that person to be a Chinese man? What criteria do I hold in my head for that person to be a Japanese man? And must they go by my criteria? Must they go by my criteria? What am I? Am I the one who now tells people what it is to be Chinese? Is Mohammed Taweed, the white man's going to tell black people what it is to be black? Who does he think he is? Where does he get this superiority complex from that he feels like he can stand in another black man's face and tell him, you're not black enough? No, but seriously, who are you though? Who are you to tell that to another black man? Because I don't know who you think you are. And I don't know what criteria you're going on, but the man standing in front of your face is black. But you're going to tell him his shirt's blacker than him. Your shirt is blacker than him and he's blacker than, and you're blacker than him. Bro, get out of there with this nonsense. Seriously. I'm telling you, yeah, and I'm saying this, and I've said this so many times. The one thing I've noticed at Speaker's Corner that I actually, myself, Big Bro, Gary, and Callum have shown is that there is a superiority complex within the Arabs and the Pakistani Muslims, and a lot of them, I don't think a lot of them see it, because they try to. This is what they try to do. They try to go on. Oh, we're all minorities. You're black. I'm Arab. I'm Pakistani. We're all minorities. But I'm not stupid enough to play that game with you, because I know that within your community, the black person is the minority's minority in your community. So yeah, you're a minority in this system also, but within your system, within your household, within your ummah, the black person is the minority. And I understand that. And a lot of these black Muslims are acting like they don't understand it, to the point where I'm sure Muhammad Tawid would say, I've got black friends. But bro, your black friends, yeah. Mr. Garvey, what are you doing? Sorry, it's just my son. Okay. Yeah, like he would say, oh, I've got black friends. But bro, you just stood in another black man's face and tried to tell him that he's not black enough. Black enough for who? For you. Who the are you, bro? Who are you to tell another black man that? I don't listen, family. So 1 second. I don't get it. I don't understand who this guy thinks he is. To stand in another black man's face and tell a black man you're not black enough, or I'm blacker than you, or anything along those lines. Hang on, family. I need to turn the light on in here. It's a bit. Yeah, like, and then this is what's interesting, right? Is that he can tell it. He feels that he's in a position to tell another black man that he's not black enough. And then what he was doing was using the same old divide and conquer. Yeah, divide and conquer. So, oh yeah, but Raspet, yeah, and Jedi, yeah, they're cool, and I'm cool with them, but not cool with you because what? Because they in your head match up to your blackness level. Yeah, because this is what I'm trying to understand. People tell me, yeah, they tell Callum, they tell Big Bro, oh, you guys ain't black. What? Because we don't say in it, bruv, you get me, fam, cuz drillers at the end of every all of our sentences. And while um I'm not putting a slight on people that say that, because sometimes I do speak like that. But if that's what your criteria is of being black, because I must use ebonics or slang, then bro, get out my face, because you really don't know what it means to be black. If you think that your definition of black is just I've got to be chatting like this, you get me though, bruv. Yeah, fam. Da, 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 da. No, bruv. That is not being black. But I'm sure in his head, he thinks that is being black. And I'm just saying, listen, peep the game, family. Yeah? Peep the game that's being done, because the divide them, because he's trying to divide now. Yeah? And I said before, given the right circumstances, myself, Callum, Rasper, Jedi, whoever, just pick a black person. Within the right circumstances, we can be all looked up or looked upon as a nigger in the right circumstances. So if we go into your Muslim Ummah, yeah, and we go to Saudi Arabia, or we go to Sudan, or we go to Pakistan, do you think they care how I speak, and they care how Callum speaks or Jedi speaks or whatever? To them, we're just black people in their country. So talking a certain way doesn't make you black, bro. Yeah, it doesn't make you black. And so what is interesting also is that these same people, these same Muslim Arabs and Pakistanis, will use the black slang, quote unquote, black culture, culturally black slang, right? Culturally appropriate the black slang. Listen to rap music, listen to reggae, listen to Afro beats, listen to black cultural music. Cultural appropriate the whole blackness and then stand in a black man's face and act like you're blacker than them. What? Because you listen to hip hop, bro, and you listen to Afro beats and you talk with ebonics. That makes you blacker than me, bro. You're delusional. These people are delusional. This whole divide and conquer tactic, yeah, that they're attempting to use is not going to work with me. I stand in solidarity with black people. I may not agree with everything that a black person says, and I'm not going to be your friend just because you're black, but you're not going to try and turn me against or turn people against each other with your definition of what it means to be black, Mr. Towie. That's just dumb. And this is this now. If you watch the actual the conversation between Callum and Mohamed Towie, you will see. I have to commend Callum. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to commend Callum for his the way in which he stayed cool, because this guy was moving like the actual shaitan that they keep talking about. He was literally walking and talking like shaitan. What's interesting is that he was calling Callum a snake while trying to divide two black men against one another. As if that's not snaky. Do you get what I'm saying? You're going to call Callum a snake on a constant basis while acting like an actual snake. So like what was interesting was just watch. He was very jittery and very like agitated, and he's like he couldn't keep still. Then he tried to then what he actually tried to do was tell Callum that he's a devil worshipper and does juju. And these are all the subconscious conversations, you get what I'm saying, going on in this man's head that are now bubbling to the surface. The guy is using racial language. He's conflating whatever Kemetic philosophy and Kemetic spirituality with devil worship. Yeah, these are all the same. This is the same mentality that people came to Africa with. Oh, they worship the devil. They do black magic and all this kind of stuff. It's like, bro, we're in 2018, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You're talking about you're talking with some old colonialist mindset. Like the black people are like putting white people in a cauldron or some shit and just like dancing around the fire going ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've got that kind of like vision in your head of black people. Like you're talking like a real colonized mind right now. And I'm just like, I just don't know what position a white person thinks they're in to tell a black person that they're not black. I don't, because I would never in my right mind say to a white person, you're not white, I'm whiter than you. Like, why would that even come out of my mouth? Do you get what I'm saying? Why would that even come out of my mouth? I'm whiter than you. I don't know. Because I don't have a supremacist mindset like that I think I can go to another set of people and tell them about themselves. That's the way you lot do your thing. Do your thing. I'm going to tell you I'm blacker than you, I'm whiter than you, I'm Chinese, more Japanese. It's crazy. And then you're going to culturally appropriate all the black culture, yeah, use all the black slang, yeah, and then stand in another black man's face. Come on. You can't stand in another black man's face, tell him that he's not black enough, bro. And then say, oh, but I've got black friends though. Bro, I don't give a damn about your black friends. And your black friends should put you in check. Yeah? Your black friends should check you for that bullshit. Are you mad? You're gonna stand in a black man's face. That's why I commend Callum. I commend him. Because I don't know if I could have taken the energy that he had beside me. I couldn't have taken that energy myself. I know myself. Do you get what I'm saying? And obviously me and Mohamed Tawhid have got history, but I know I can't take that. His energy's he's got nervous energy. And if I get around people with nervous energy, you'll make me nervous and something just might pop off. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with that. So Callum was fantastic for dealing with that the way he dealt with that. Because I don't know if I could have dealt with it like that. I don't know. I don't think I could have. I really do think people need to realize the game that's being played, and black Muslims especially, that these people carry a superiority complex in their head over black people, where they think they can tell black people this stuff. And I just don't, if you lot see Mohamed Tawhid, check him and say, listen, bro, don't let that shit come out your mouth again, bro, because you're not in that position. You're not in that position to tell no black person that they're not black enough, bro. If black people are having a conversation, and this is the thing that black people do too much, in my opinion. They let other people in so much into their culture to the point where people get a little bit too brave. They're like, actually, oh yeah, I've got all these black people around me. Let me step out of my comfort zone now and get a little bit too brave and say some stuff that I think, that it will be, bro, it's not okay. You're just not in that position, bro. You're not in that position. Don't get too brave and jump out of your station. Yeah? You have a lane, stay in it. Stay in that lane. Okay? And I see people in the comment section talking about respect and whatever and how respect played. I'm not going to speak on respect. If I'm going to let you lot be the judge, I'm not speaking on respect. Let me read what you guys are saying now. Disappointed in respect. We like to promote ourselves too much. A useful fool, said Tawhid. Most black men in England or either Coons just don't have the level of internet it takes to understand racism and level that Tawhid is coming on. I probably agree, Johnny P. I don't think a lot of black people have intellectually broke down what racism is and how it shows itself. I think a lot of us feel like, oh yeah, but he's hanging around me every day, so he can't be a racist and all this kind of stuff. It's like, bro, did you just hear what he just said though? He's holding some kind of supremacist views in his head about you. And to talk like that to another black man and be confident to do it. Where did he get that confidence from? That's what I want to know. Where did he get that confidence from to stand in another black man's face and say that? That shows that's a level of ego, level of arrogance, you know, that you're dealing with. That he feels like he can say that to another black man in his face. Yes, Mr. Garvey. All right. Yeah. It's interesting, fam. It's interesting. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, watch the divide and conquer tactics that they attempt to employ upon black people, because they'll try and pit two black people against themselves while sliding out. You know what I mean? They'll pit you against yourself and then slide out like they never done that. Do you know what I mean? So he attempted to pit Callum against Jedi and Respect, right? And attempt to slide out like he never done shit. Yo, bro, that's some snaky shit. You ain't gonna pit two black men against one another like that and then try and slide out. You get me? Like, it's 2018, bro. Like, we see the play. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we actually see the play. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, you're gonna pit two black men against one another, slide out, and then culturally appropriate, and then act like you're cool. No, doesn't work like that, my friend. Doesn't work like that. Mike, is there anything that you can do to fix the subconscious racist mindset, or is it impossible? Can you unlearn racism? I guess you can try and unlearn racism. It may take a long time. I guess you can try and unlearn it. But a lot of it is subconscious, because that was his subconscious, just that was his subconscious all the way. And then he tried to talk to there was a black lady there after trying to abuse Callum, talk about you're not black enough, da 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 da. Then there was a lady there who I commend, that tried to speak up, and he was like, sister who? Don't try and bring that one, bruv. Don't try and bring that, sister. Nah. You see, that's the snake again. That's the slivery snake. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the slivery snake. When he realized, you know, you was gonna get put in check, then it was, oh no, but sister. Nah, there's no sister here, bro. You've already just exposed yourself. You exposed your racism, yeah, and you've exposed your shaitan energy. The man was moving so evil, bro. He was moving so evil in that conversation. The amount of ad hominems, the amount of just, you could see it in his eyes. It's like he embodied like Shaitan. He never blew Shaitan out his nose 3 times that morning. Shaitan was in him. Do you get what I'm saying? Shaitan was still up in his whole body. You didn't blow Shaitan out properly. Do you get what I'm saying? It's nah. I wasn't feeling that at all. Like I said, I commend Callum. Sorry, what do you think of the video of people spitting on Tan? Oh, they spat on Tan. I didn't see that. Come on, I don't. Come on. I'm not going to condone spitting on anyone. You know, if they're spitting on Tan, then obviously that's a form of assault under the law, I believe, spitting on somebody. See, and grows in the looks of his followers. For real. I'm not watching that fog again. I didn't see anyone spit on Tan. I'm not gonna lie, but I haven't seen all the videos. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen all of the videos. I know Tan returned, which was quite funny. He was actually the ninja that was there last week, which was interesting. I thought that was actually quite funny. That was actually a funny return. Um, the prophet always returns, they say. Prophet Tan returned. The prophet always returns. Um, Terry said we need to do a show on Black Eyes TV. All right, boom. I don't mind. I don't mind. I think we should actually do some. I think we should really have some kind of conversation about the air of superiority that a lot of people accuse other people of having. Because in the same breath, he'd probably accuse Tommy Robinson, yeah, of being a racist. Yeah, he'd probably accuse Tommy Robinson. But listen, like I keep telling people, I can never vouch for a person 100%, and we all hold racial prejudices to some degree. But I know Tommy Robinson ain't said no. So we could go to a black man's face and tell him, or if I ain't heard it. Yeah, you're not black enough. You're a snake. He literally said this. This is the bipolar element of this, because I believe it's bipolar. It's a bipolar element. The man said to Callum, "I hate you." Literally, he said, "I hate you for the sake of Allah. I hate you, Callum." But also in another breath, we can come out to eat, and don't worry if anyone tries anything, don't worry, I'll back you. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, bruv. Are you taking me for an idiot? You're going to tell me that you hate me, and then you're going to back me in the same sentence or in the same conversation. Oh my gosh, that is bipolar 101. If I hear anybody tell me that they hate me, yeah, and then tell me they want me to go out to dinner with them, like, what is that? Like, what planet are you on, bro? I hate you. Let's go out to dinner, and if anything happens, don't worry, I got your back. Bro, are you dumb? Am I dumb? No, you're taking me for an idiot now. Do you get what I'm saying? You're taking me. That's what you tried to do with me. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, come out to eat with me. Come out to eat with us. With who? I don't want to be in 100 yards of you guys most of the time, but go out to eat with you. What are we going to talk about? What's going to be dinner conversation? Huh? What's the conversation at dinner? Shut up, man. Seriously, just do your life. Ask me out to dinner. I ain't your girl. So, yeah, I don't understand some of the the thought processes of these people. I don't. I'm not gonna lie. It seems very odd. It seems very odd, some of the thought processes that some of these people think on, and how they think. Like, for me, it's a control thing. It's just control. It's a control tactic. You know. It's a control tactic. All right, hang on 1 second, fam. Sorry, fam. Sorry, fam. I'm back. What we saying? Gingers have the terrorism gene. Okay. Aspect is racy. Hijab is what? Hijab has secrets. He does. I remember two Muslims scolding a bunch of children, one in a comic book for playing Pokemon. Nothing wrong with calling hijab a chichi, man. They love slander, so you know what slander back. Slander is actually something that's not true. This one's actually true. I don't believe in anyone who believes a book. Anyway, yeah, I think I said what I needed to say. Don't fall for the divide and conquer or divide and conquer tactics, and also people who try to culturally appropriate black culture while disrespecting black people. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not gonna appropriate my culture, bro, and then disrespect me. You either love me or you hate me, but it seems like there's a thin line between love and hate, they say. So it's like you hate black people in your community. They're the most least cared about group. But we love your music, guys. We love the way you guys speak. Yeah, we love that stuff, but we hate your blackness. It's like, bro, listen, you either love us or you hate us. This half love, half hate business, it don't work for me. It don't work for me, you know? So hang on. There was a terror attack today. It's hardly cultural appropriation for him to refer to color of his clothes as a joke. Who's joking who? Who joke for who? Who's that a joke for? Alice Sana Wal Jama. Who's that a joke for? Because he never said it as a joke, did he? Who's it a joke for, bro? This is what I want. What are you gonna tell me when it's a joke? Then you're gonna tell me when it's a joke. All right, cool. That wasn't a joke, man. That was down to his superiority complex. Just wondering who's that a joke to. You know what I mean? No, I don't. And this is the thing what people love when they get caught out in their racially motivated language. It's like, oh, but I was just joking. Nah, bro. Nah, you can't pull that one. Stop being a politician. Just stand by it. Every statement that I've made, I stood by. Like yesterday, I was on a live stream with Jedi, and I was saying, in context, I was saying, I've seen there are some Tommy Robinson people there are some racists that follow Tommy Robinson and call people a packy cunt. And there are people like, oh my God, you can't say the word packy. I'm like, bro, I never called anyone a packy. I literally just told a story. It's like, if you look at it in context, I wasn't just throwing the word packy around. I was literally telling a story. People are like, oh, but you can't say the word packy. I said, bro, if a white guy come over to me and said, bro, that guy just called him a nigger, I'm not gonna look at the white guy and be like, what'd you just say? The man telling me a story. The man called him a nigger. I'm not saying the white guy talking to me isn't calling me a nigger. He's telling the story of the man that called the other guy a nigger. Why would I get offended by that? He's telling me a story. People are like, yeah, but you're not allowed to say it. What do you mean? He's telling a bloody story. He's not calling anyone a nigger. He's saying the other guy called someone a nigger. Oh, but Dara, you can't use the word packy. That's racist. Yeah, I know. But I wasn't calling anyone a packy. I was saying, I've seen in the comment section and I've seen people say, you're a packy cunt. A white guy say to other man, you're a packy cunt. I'm not calling anyone a packy cunt. That's not what I'm saying. I said, I'm saying, heard someone else say it. Yeah, but you just can't say it. Bro, shut up, man. Hey, hey there. Um, right, let me get your thing. Family, hold on. Sorry about that, fam. You know, children and all, children and all. Am I back? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I think so. Um, so yeah, fam, don't what are you saying? These respects. Good to go. Somebody said you once said you don't go on marches and demonstrations. You said you would explain another time. No, I don't go on marches and demonstrations. I don't necessarily think they do the desired job. I think marches and demonstrations has just become a way of just passing time nowadays. I do. I'm not gonna lie. Like things just need to be done. And for me, asking for things to be done instead of doing them, just for me, I just don't like if just the way I am, like if I want something done, I'll just get the people around me to just do it. You know what I mean? I haven't got time to be asking someone, oh, but you should see me as a human being. Like if you've actually got to ask someone or try to convince someone you're a human being, then are they really even worth convincing? I'm just saying. I've got to convince you that, you know, I've got two eyes, you know, hands, blood running from my veins. I'm a human being. I've got to convince you to treat me like one. I ain't got time for that. I'll just go and do something else. Just go and do something else. That's just me. You know, I'm not saying not to march and not to petition and all that. I just I don't roll like that. Um Okay, what about marching for Tommy? As I said, I don't do marches. I just don't think they like just get shit done. Okay, I understand to kind of show people as a show of how many people you have following you. The march can be a fantastic thing as a visual. Yeah, I think it can be a fantastic thing as a visual. But after that, I don't know. I just think just get shit done. You know, that's just me. Just get shit done. Um, yeah, it is a show of force. I'm saying this on the visual. It is a show of force. It is, and you can show, you know, the quote unquote establishment how many of you are. But after the march, I want to know what's going on after that. You know what? 50,000 people turned up to a march. Fantastic. Are those 50,000 people now gathering their resources together to actually do something? That would probably be seen as more of a good move than just gathering 50,000 people in the street. In my eyes, I want to see stuff get done. I just want to see stuff get. That's just me. I'm not saying people can't march. I'm just saying I'm not, you know, doing it. Um, we should be standing together on all levels, regardless. That's right. It's not shouldn't be exclusive to one race. Listen, like I said, I'm not. I said to people, I'm not a separatist. People think to be a Pan African or a nationalist, you have to be a separatist. Like I said, people have got a different version of nationalism. Um, due to I said realistically, the only version of nationalism we've had as a people has been white nationalism. Do you get what I'm saying? Or that's what rings up in the head. So we have visions of, you know, Jim Crow, lynchings, white supremacists, all this kind of stuff, right? So that's the only version of nationalism I think people have been used to, but that's not my version of nationalism. I'm not saying, oh yeah, we must separate completely from everyone else and we're just going to be in a bubble. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't make sense to me. Um, I've always, I've now decided that I believe that even any nation should have at least 15%, 15 to 20% of other nations within their nation. Why? To show the people of that nation that other people do stuff differently and to kind of appreciate the fact they do stuff differently. But that 15 to 20% should never be the one that's quite trying to dominate the actual nation. No, you're there, you live, you're cool. No one's trying to, and I'm not trying to dominate other people. I'm not trying to tell people, oh, X, Y, and Z. The only X, Y, and Z I'm going to tell you is you're in my house and I've got a set of rules. And if I'm going to let you in, and you have to actually abide by these rules. It's really that simple. I keep talking about people's houses. Like a house. Like everyone knows that if they step inside someone's house, they've got to abide by the house rules. You can't bring your rules to somebody else's house and say, yeah, well, you know what, in my house, I do it like this. It's like, all right, well, cool, go back to your house then. because in my house, we do it like this. Okay? I'm not saying you can't come to my house. I actually quite like you. Have a drink, sit down, but don't try and enforce your rules. Don't try and enforce how you do stuff in your house, in my house. I'm just saying, I'm actually cool with you, but just don't take the piss. Do you know what I mean? And then when I come to your house, same thing. I will return the same courtesy. You tell me exactly what goes down in your house. I'll abide by the rules of your house, and we can be cool. We can have a drink, sit down, do stuff. But I'm not going to start enforcing my rules in your house. Um, what's the chat saying? What are you guys saying? Until the real brothers, the real men, come together as one parliament, we continue to fragment society. Look at what Oliver Cromwell did with support of his brothers. Just watched 2 videos from yesterday, COE and Callum Tawhid and the Jeddah hangout. This is the problem we black people have, continuously stabbing each other in the back. I like that analogy. Can you put that on a shirt? I should actually get some t-shirts done, I should probably get some t-shirts done, if I'm honest. I think a certain someone in the video with Callum and Tawhid is suffering from the Alhamdulillah virus, don't you think? I think Sarah wants black folks to stop begging, being lazy, and hating each other. It's not the same as black nationalism. True, I don't want that either. I don't, Betty. I don't want them to, I do want them to stop begging and being lazy and hating each other. Of course, that would make sense. As in respect, laughing at Callum. That's how we do this crazy. Listen, as I said, I think I got my point across anyway. Again, divide and rule, cultural appropriation. Not on it. I don't like it. I don't like the way it was. What I saw. I think we need to identify it and call it out when we see it. Okay, and don't get bamboozled by this. Oh yeah, I'm your Muslim brother. I'm your Muslim brother, but I'm actually in a position to try and tell you about your blackness. Because I know there are black Muslims that probably hang around Muhammad Tawhid, and I'm just like, why would you hang around someone who thinks they can talk about to black people like that? I don't understand. Excuse me. I don't understand why it's okay for him to say that kind of stuff, and you guys are not going to put him in check. You put someone in check, man. Seriously, man. Put them in check. You can't. Nah. I can't say it anymore. Just no. You can't talk to me like that, man. That's why I said it. Callum is a better man than me, and I have to commend Callum, and big ups to Callum because he's a better man than me. I couldn't have stood by and just let the guy talk shit like that for so long. It would have been I would have just been like, you know what, I just don't want to do this. I can't do this. Like, forget this conversation because it's not even a conversation. It just became a 1-hour session for him to just talk shit about Callum. He's a snake and he's a this and he's a that and he's a shaitan and he does magic and he's doing juju and it's like, oh mate, like seriously, if you're having a conversation, have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation, but don't just have a conversation literally for an hour just to curse a man out. And the thing is, if you look at the comment section, people are cursing out Tawhid, so it kind of backfired on them if you really think about it. The thing is, what Callum actually did though, which I've got to commend him for, is actually there's a thing, you call letting someone hang themselves. And Callum actually gave him that platform to hang himself. And that's what I really do believe he did. He dug his own grave and he just jumped right in it. Right. And so, I don't believe that he's going to think that he's dug his own grave and jumping in it. And I don't think he's going to think that he's hung himself because I don't think a lot of these people are very cognitive and have very good comprehension. So yeah, he'll probably be back talking nonsense again next week or a couple of weeks from now. But yeah, he jumped in it and covered himself up. Exactly. He really did. Callum outsmarted him, to be fair. It's not that difficult, says Big Bro. For real. For real. true. It did backfire. I see. Callum played chess right there. If I'm honest, Callum, I wouldn't have the patience to play chess with somebody like that. But Callum actually played chess during that during that exchange. My patience only runs so thin, you know. But yeah, big up to Callum playing chess, letting the man put himself in checkmate. Um, Look, family, there's 136 people in there. There's only 32 likes. Please, come on, like the thing. Come on, get involved. Like, share, subscribe. You know, share. Let people know that I'm live. Should I get to the hour mark? What are we gonna do next? So we've got 40. We're 40 minutes in. You know, let's get to the hour mark, and then I'm gonna jump out. You know, got some stuff to do. You think Hussein and Ali Dawah and Shamsi will confront Tawhid like they do the black Muslim scapegoats, Suleiman and Abdul Hakim? I think not. No, I don't think they'll confront Muhammad Tawhid. I don't. I said, you saw, remember, you got Omar down there that literally looked in three black people's face and said, black kafir, black kafir, black kafir. And I was like, thank you very much, Omar. Thank you very much, because I prefer that kind of honesty. You don't like me? Cool. But don't mask it in, you know, oh yeah, alhamdulillah, brother. I feel I'm a fakeum. You're just fake, bro. And the thing is, what was interesting is that Omar still has black people following him to this day. You know, that Abdul Hakim is a staunch supporter of Omar, and he's black. But Omar literally stood there and called people black kafir, black kafir, black kafir. Like, and I'm saying this is the mentality of a lot of these people. A lot of these people have this mentality. They hold these deep-seated supremacist views when it comes to black people. You know, they love black people's culture and they hate black people. It's like, bro, you people are living in some bipolar universe, bro. Like, seriously. You don't like black people, but yeah, I want to talk like black people, yeah, and I want to listen to hip hop and I want to do all the stuff that black people do, but I can't stand them black fuckers. Like, that's basically what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I hope to some degree black people start seeing this racist element, yeah, that exists within these people. Alusunawal Jama. Okay, again, straw man. Don't know what you mean, man. What do you think is going through the mind of Mohammed Tawhid when he reads the comment section of that video? Do you even think it registered it? Right, he's probably on his period as he's reading it. He's probably foaming at the mouth as he's reading it. You can see he's an emotional young man. He's emotional, you know, like from that conversation with Callum, he's very emotional. You could see. I don't understand how men get that emotional. I really don't. Like, to another man, you may get that emotional because your woman hurt your heart or some kind of stuff. Bro, like, that's a lot of emotion you're displaying. Like, where is that coming from? Like, plug up your mangina. Like, seriously, serious. You're bleeding. You're leaking, bro. Like, nah, 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 nah. And the thing is, like I said, I've never known a more emotional set of men, so-called men. I've never known a set of more emotional men. You get emotional about everything and anything, man. Like, they're just emotional. I'm starting to think a lot of them are, you know, let me keep that one to myself. Let me keep that one to myself. Why does no one mention the fact that Raspect sat on the video with hijab and was okay? I'm not speaking on Raspect. I'm currently on code at the moment and I cannot divulge. That's all I'm saying. Tawi thinks he can whomp everyone's black ass. Oh, he really believes that. Yeah, well, if he believes he can fight people, that's fine. But like I said, like we saw with Muhammad Hijab, um, what you think is going to happen or how you think things are going to turn out aren't necessarily how they're going to turn out. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't, if you go around with a certain energy, that energy just might visit you one day, you know? It might visit you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it visited Muhammad Hijab with the form of an old age pensioner chin checking him. Well, you went around telling people that you want to fight him. So someone came for a fight. And, you know, with this guy, likewise, I'm saying the energy that he's moving with, it just might come back to get him, you know? That's down to him. Jerome says, Raspek should stop smoking weed. He's off balance and too emotional for the herb. I'm wearing a white top. Now give me the privileges. Be careful of the drawers you open. No such thing as cultural appropriation, man. Since the beginning of time, people have been taking part of other cultures and incorporating into their cultures. That's fair enough. But there is such thing as cultural appropriation, though. I don't fully agree with you. I hear what you're saying, JDV, but I don't fully agree with you. Ultra Funky says, "Are we not going to discuss hijab sexuality?" Oh gosh, you lot are waiting on that, innit? Well, you like to talk to Big Bro. Big Bro, if you're there, I told you the people are waiting, man. The people are waiting, Big Bro. So, um, what do you think is going on with the rise of Muslim apologists like Rajiv and others? They've always used black people to apologize for them. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. This is like people say, "Oh, so you all talk about race," but it's like, but they like to use. It's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. If you go back to the plantation slave owners, right? Um, they would always try and use the good black that they liked, right? They would always have like a, a good black slave, like Stephen and Django, yeah, and use that black slave to like calm down the other ones who were thinking about doing some real reckless stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's always been done. It's like it's always been done. AR-23 is up in there. Um, he was saying what's wrong with marrying a 9-year-old. Yeah, I think the thing is, yeah, I think the marrying a 9-year-old stuff has been um it's been hammered home, I think we've seen enough videos of people defending, you know, child molestation when it comes to the Muslim Ummah and all this kind of stuff to understand exactly how they feel. And also, I think we've got enough videos of the other narrative, like the Shias, who don't believe it. Do you get what I'm saying? They have a totally different narrative about who this Aisha was and how old she was when she got married. So I think there's enough videos to kind of make your mind up to kind of see that maybe the Ummah's a little bit fragmented, a little bit confused, a little bit bipolar, you know? That's the one example of cultural appropriation. Says, I'll give an example of cultural appropriation. Bo Derek walking out of the sea with cane rolls in her hair, and then now saying, "I want the Bo Derek." It's like, hang on a minute. Africans have been cane rolling their hair for bloody centuries. That's not a Bo Derek hairstyle. That would be an African one, you know. Um, and no one has a problem with you having a cane roll hairstyle, but you don't like put on a new pair of shoes and be like, "Yeah, see the shoes." It's like, and then you start saying, "Yeah, I want the Sarah or Garvey shoe." It's like, shit, I didn't make it. I actually got it from Michael Jordan, but I'll just call it the Sarah Garvey shoe. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's not the Sarah Garvey shoe though. I'm now appropriating the Jordan and calling it the Sarah Garvey shoe. That's cultural appropriation. It's the same thing, you know. It happens. It's like taken from somebody else's culture without giving them the, you know, the props or respect as to where you got it from. I'm the kind of person to give respect to people that I got their stuff from. I'm not gonna say, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's mine and act like it's mine. I'm gonna say, yeah, I got it from so and so. Yeah, give them the kudos, you know? We can black people appropriate white culture? I guess so. I guess so. Sarah, have you seen the Tawid video of him talking about Boris Johnson's comments about the burqa? No, I haven't actually. I haven't. Oh, bro is working on a massive project that will end up saving millions of lives in Africa. I'm telling you, big bro. I'm telling ya. That's what we're doing. Shout out to big bro. What do you think about Tan? I think Tan is a character, man. Like, I literally think Tan is just a character. Tan is coming from most of what if you actually break down a lot of what Tan says while he's screaming, he's actually making sense. You know, like he's actually making sense. Um, you might be doing it in a very shouty, way, but I always look at the words that somebody's saying sometimes, and not necessarily how they look. Do you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's just the words. Like if you don't like the way someone's saying it, just try and take the words out of what he's saying. Like most of what Tan is saying makes sense. I'm just saying. Do I think Tan is mentally unstable? I don't think I'm in a position to call Tan mentally unstable. Where's Gary been? Gary's been taking over the world, man. How about taking Speaker's Corner on the road, setting up mini speakers franchises in towns and other places? That's an idea. Someone can do that. You understand why I'm not there when we have the press conference of what we've been working on. Says Big Bro. Big Bro, I love Big Bro, I was just talking to Big Bro yesterday about that stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, family. And when you see it, when you see it, just know people working. People aren't being quiet. It sounds like they're being quiet because you can't hear them, but they're not being quiet. Hashtag Sarah on tour 2019 before I even finish this live stream. Yeah. Me, I'm off to West Africa to go to do some university talks over there on the west coast of Africa in January 2019. So my tour begins. My tour begins. Get on the train. You know what I'm saying? Get on the train. Get on the train. Sarah, what are you doing for Africa? Oh, you'll see. Oh, you'll see, guys. Need to get a weekly podcast, something with Sarah and Callum and Big Bro discussing topics with intelligence. The schedules wouldn't work. I'm not gonna lie. I know Big Bro's schedule's mad. I know my schedule's mad. It's just sitting down finding time. I'm not gonna lie. It's just sitting down finding time. Samson says, "What's that going to achieve? What's what going to achieve? Have some clay so you don't get malaria. Don't worry, Betty. I will be out there. I will have all my shots and all my medicines before I go. Don't worry." Talking at uni, says Samson X. I mean, if you don't, I don't know. I don't know if that demands a response, really. Let's just say it like this. The next generation of people that are going to either run the country or influence the country are at universities. Not all of them, but a lot of them are at universities now, working on stuff. Your next business owners, your next, maybe lawyers or whatever, or new entrepreneurs are at university. So why you wouldn't speak to the minds that are going to literally shape the next 50 years of a country Why wouldn't you speak to those people? Why wouldn't you attempt to sit down with them and engage them? It's probably the best thing to do. Hmm. Any news? I don't care about that guy. Mm, the problem with Sarah is the corrupt and that is trenched in many governments. Talk about that too. We gonna talk about that too. You know, if you want to change anything, then you have to change it via the next generation. If you've got one generation of people who are literally like holding on to stuff and aren't going to change, the one thing that is inevitable in this life is change. Okay, so no one's going to hold on to something forever. It just doesn't happen. So when the changes come in, it's best to try and jump on the change train. Just saying. West Africa is Hughes Bay, but I'm not divulging where yet. Gary and Sarah have their own talk panel show. Listen, I'd love my own show. Someone spoke to me the other day about having my own show. I'd love my own show. I think I'd do great. You know, not to put a slight on people, but I watched the Big Nasty show the other day, and I was like, not saying it's not funny. And then I think that chicken connoisseur guy has now got a show, and I'm like, is the quote unquote establishment or media looking to portray black people in a certain light by only giving certain black people a type of show, certain types of black people a show? Like, yeah, I know he's mixed race, but even Akala, would Akala have his own show? He's a guy with an opinion. What would his show be like? Why only the road funny type black guys are getting shows? Like, what about the intelligent types, the types that can provoke thought? And I said, what about them? Why don't they get their own show? And I just peeped it. I was like, I don't know if I'm convinced by giving black people their own show. Why are black people not successful? Successful in what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Even Janaea English, she's an intelligent person of color, quote unquote. She could have her own show. And to those people having their own show, why are those people not approached? Do you get what I'm saying? Something fishy, mate. Something fishy. Which is why, alternative media, I think, is the way. Just stay on your alternative platform, grow your platform, and see what happens. It's about content of character, not skin color. Right, fam, I'm gonna go. Gotta go and take my son out. Sun's about to. Looks like sun's coming out. Gonna go outside. So, family, listen. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day. If you got children, I know some